Selena Gomez opens up about her mental psychosis episode from 2018. Selena Gomez, a singer, actor, and founder of a beauty company, is so candid and raw in the new documentary that she debated never releasing it. Selena Gomez has been candid about her struggles with physical and mental health, and this week, with the publication of her new Apple TV Plus documentary, Selena Gomez, My Mind and Me, in a lengthy interview with Rolling Stone, she's opening up more than ever. Hello, and welcome back to Rumor Has It. In today's video, we'll be going through Selena Gomez's mental health, but before we get started, subscribe to our channel, and let's get right into it. In Selena Gomez, My Mind and Me, the 30-year-old singer discusses her battles with mental illness, including being diagnosed with bipolar disorder and going through psychosis in 2018. In an interview with Rolling Stone published before the movie's Apple TV Plus debut on November 4th, she said, "I'm just so nervous, because I have the platform I have, it's kind of like I'm sacrificing myself a little bit for the greater purpose. I don't want that to sound dramatic, but I almost wasn't going to put this out," Gomez continued. God's honest truth, a few weeks ago, I wasn't sure I could do it. Gomez discussed her psychotic break in the interview, the symptoms it brought on, and how she eventually came to terms with her diagnosis. Watch till the end to find out what caused her most severe mental problems, and why she decided to tell her admirers about them. When Gomez was in her early 20s, she started to feel out of control. Gomez had said to the Rolling Stone that she had ideas and experiences she didn't understand before receiving a bipolar disorder diagnosis, which she publicly disclosed 2 years ago. The only murders in the building, Starr admitted, "I'm going to be very open with everybody about this. I've been to 4 treatment centers. I think when I started hitting my early 20s is when it started to get really dark, when I started to feel like I wasn't in control of what I was feeling, whether that was really great or really bad." She experienced manic and depressive episodes without being aware that these were signs of bipolar disorder. She believed, for example, that she had to buy cars for everyone she knew. She described her feelings at the time, "I have a gift, and I want to share it with everybody." And then came the lows. Gomez recalled that it would start with depression, and then it would go into isolation. Then it was just me not being able to move from my bed. I didn't want anybody to talk to me. My friends would bring me food because they loved me, but none of us knew what it was. Sometimes it was weeks I'd be in bed, to where even walking downstairs would get me out of breath. Despite never making an effort to take her own life, she claimed, "I thought the world would be better if I wasn't there." She eventually received psychotic disorder treatment after she heard voices. Gomez experienced a psychotic episode in 2018, during which she could hear voices. According to Rolling Stone, she doesn't recall much about this time, although she spent more time in a treatment center where she battled psychosis for months. "Walking out of insanity" was how she put it as this period ended. In 2018, people reported that Gomez had sought medical attention for her long-term emotional troubles. She was given a prescription for medication, which had adverse effects. Following a diagnosis of bipolar disorder, Gomez was prescribed medication to manage the condition. However, she claimed that there was no part of me that was there anymore due to the medication. She sought assistance from a different physician, whose modification of her treatment strategy resulted in prescribing drugs that were effective for her. The 30-year-old said, "But I had to detox, essentially, from the medications I was on. I had to learn how to remember certain words. I would forget where I was when we were talking. It took a lot of hard work for me to A, accept that I was bipolar, and B, learn how to deal with it, because it wasn't going to go away." She's disclosing all of this to assist others. Gomez's charitable endeavors and documentary aim to inspire others to address their mental health problems. This is what she considers to be her life's work. She told Rolling Stone, "I just constantly remind myself that there's a reason I'm here. It sounds really cheesy when I say it sometimes, but I truly don't know how else I'd be here, simply based on the medical stuff and balances in my head and conversations I've had with myself that were really dark," the speaker says. Gomez suffers not only from bipolar disorder, but also lupus, which necessitated a kidney transplant in 2017, owing to the inflammatory condition. She's also aware how much her life experiences have molded who she is. She remarked, "I remind myself that I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the psychotic break, if it wasn't for my lupus, if it wasn't for my diagnosis. I think I would just probably be another annoying entity that just wants to wear nice clothes all the time. I'm depressed thinking about who I would be." According to her assessment, a big weight had been removed. The celebrity was already a mental health advocate before the release of her documentary, which discloses several aspects of Gomez's journey that she had never previously discussed in public. Among her initiatives were presenting on a panel discussing mental health at the White House and promising to raise $100 million through her business, Rare Beauty to support the availability of mental health care in neglected places. In 2021, she revealed her bipolar diagnosis to Elle, saying, "I felt a huge weight lifted off of me when I found out. I could take a deep breath and go, okay, that makes so much sense." She said, "My lupus, my kidney transplant, chemotherapy, having a mental illness, going through very public heartbreaks. These were all things that honestly should have taken me down," she stated in the same interview. "Every time I went through something, I was like, what else? What else am I going to have to deal with?" Gomez continued by saying that she promised herself, "You're going to help people. That's really what kept me going." Apart from TikTok, she's infamously absent from social media. She deactivated the applications years ago and gave her assistant the credentials so that she could post the images and messages Gomez provided. As if it were a passing interest, she picks up her phone. She confessed, "I don't even recall what the last thing I read was. I want to know." She smiled as her fingers scroll the screen. Updos for the Emmys had been her most recent search term. Real estate was the previous item. She'll be living in New York, where season 3 of Only Murderers will begin production in January. The optics of having a leading trio consisting of one young woman and 2 old men had troubled her when she initially received the script, but now she laughs at the memory, having ever fret about that. Gomez gives the reporter a bear hug after their conversation, wondering how the documentary will be received. "I don't know what people expect, but thank you for the visit, for listening to me, for all of it." Then I step out into the sunlight, bringing my baggage, literal and figurative, with me. This story doesn't have a happy ending. Additionally, this story doesn't have an ending. Gomez explains, real life is happening. Real life is taking place. This isn't the end. We hope you've enjoyed this video. Feel free to share your thoughts down below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel Rumor Has It, and hit the bell icon for more intriguing content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.